Hi, I'm Eduardo Neret with Campus Reform. With Valentine's Day coming up, we're going to Georgetown University to see if students would date someone with opposite political views. So Valentine's Day is coming up. Would you ever date someone on the opposite side of the political spectrum?
No, I do not think that I would, because I don't think that I could be with someone that supports who's currently in the White House. I feel like that's too radical for me, so no.
I would not, probably, unless they were like really strong extenuating circumstances.
No, probably not. Not on the complete end of the spectrum. Probably not even moderates. I'm just very critical of that.
So would you date someone on the opposite side of the political spectrum as you?
Probably not.
Why not? What things come to mind? What are some of the big reasons for you?
There's just so many differences between like the two main political parties. I feel like there'll just be too much conflict within the relationship.
Good question. Maybe. Depends on how open-minded they are, I would say.
I think I would, yes. I think just because you disagree on some topical political issues doesn't mean you have a radically different set of values.
Is there an issue for you that's a deal breaker? Like if you have to consider, it's hard to read someone's entire political belief system. So if there's one or two things that you knew right off the bat, oh, I could date someone or no, I couldn't because they believe this or this. Like, what are some of the issues that stand out to you?
This is going to be kind of vague, but honestly, if they're just overall Trump supporter.
I feel like if they were a Trump supporter, I don't think I could date them because I feel like, in my opinion, that shows a little bit about their character.
Just the fact that you would support someone like that means that you probably would not agree with my morals and like my values and my ideals.
I feel like my life particularly can get very political in terms of whether we're thinking about like civil rights or reproductive rights or like a right to education, making things accessible for low-income people.
Today, it sounds like you're basically saying you probably wouldn't date someone on the conservative side of things. I don't know if I'm right or wrong about that.
That's correct.
If they're pro-life, I think that's kind of where I draw the line.
I think at some point your political views could mean you're a bad person.
Yeah, I would say, honestly, it's not a question about the ends of their policies. It's more so about how they approach humans' problems.
Sure.
And if you're someone who, say, thinks that we should put small children in like cages and thinks that's a good idea, I think that is a reflection of your character, and I wouldn't want to date someone who I disagreed with so strongly on those things.
So I guess from what I guess I could tell you probably wouldn't want to date a Trump supporter?
Yeah, probably not.
Probably things on like immigration, if they didn't have the same opinion as me about that, or if they were really radical about it, and if they were more like on the build the wall side, probably not.
I am on the left. I think that there needs to be some sort of fundamental shift within our society.
Would you date a Trump supporter then?
I don't know. Depends on how open-minded they are.
Yeah. So you're saying you wouldn't date a Trump supporter?
Yeah, probably.
Why not?
I don't know. I really don't like his political views, but mainly his character, like the way he presents himself, things he said about people with disabilities, the things he said about women. It's
a question of empathy. Honestly, like they're obviously coming from some place of hurt and anger, and there's something deep down within them, a problem, a hurt that wants to be talked about and solved. And I think that if they're willing to have the conversation, then yeah.
If you choose to support someone who chooses to say stuff like that shows a lot about your character.
How's it going? I'm Eduardo Neret with Campus Reform. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to subscribe to get our latest content, click right here. If you're interested in joining our team as a correspondent or an investigator, click there. And if you want to donate to make sure we can create more great content like this, click right here.